Hello, everybody, and welcome to Politics and a Movie with your hosts, Doug and Mike. I'm Doug.
And I'm Mike. Hi, Doug.
Hey, Mike. And this week's episode, the Department of Education and Caddyshack.
Yes.
We want to give a big thank you, of course, Mike, to our tech guy, Frenchie, or in terms that he more readily understands, Gunga Ga Lunga.
Huh. That's a reference to your movie, isn't it, Doug?
I think that's French for thank you, Frenchie.
Is it not a reference to the movie?
It could be.
We'll find out.
Caddyshack, yes.
Yeah.
So everybody, just so you know, we're the three of us are all back from vacation, not together, but vacations.
Yes.
Welcome back, Mike. You know, I vacationed in Germany. I was in Germany, and then I was briefly in Stockholm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I was in Columbus, Ohio.
Ooh.
And I also was in Boston.
Okay. There you go. You were holding down the state side, and I was
Yes.
I was an ambassador over in Europe.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things I like about Stockholm, Mike, is it's the home of Stellan Skarsgård. So I really was hoping to bump into that guy while I was there, but surprisingly, he just wasn't walking around the streets.
That's crazy. You didn't see him?
No, and trust me, I looked. And then in Germany, you know, I have to say, Germany, great food, great people, but really bad trains.
Oh.
I took a train ride, Mike, that was supposed to be 50 minutes, right?
Yes.
It ended up being 9 times longer.
9 times.
9 times.
9 times.
Wait, let me get a calculator out. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's more.
Yeah, that's more. It's 9 times. So it was almost 9 hours total.
Oh, that's rough.
All I can say is thank God I had jet lag because I managed to sleep through most of it.
When I got tired, I slept.
Yeah.
I was in Boston, and we were in Columbus, where a couple of my family members live now.
Good.
Yeah, it's been a nice summer, and I, of course, recorded 3 podcasts without you. I did not do that. I did.
Yeah, how did they go?
No, I did not do that.
Yes, thank you. We are under contract, Mike, so I advise you.
We're on hiatus. We're on Pam hiatus.
We were, but now we're back.
What are you looking at? Get back to work!
And
Yes.
in this episode, we're not going to be doing listener comments. We have been planning a new segment that we're going to call Phone a Fan, Mike.
Yeah.
Where we pick one of our fans of our episodes of our show,
Yeah.
and we call them up. In an episode, we will test their knowledge of our previous episode.
Right.
And we will quiz a selected fan, and they'll get to test their knowledge.
Yeah. Send us a comment.
Yeah. So if any of you are interested in being considered for our Phone a Fan segment, let us know on our website, politicsandamovie.com. We have a contact us section.
Yes.
All right, but now in lieu of our listener comments, we have a new segment, Mike.
New.
Yeah, that we like to call Alive or Dead.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm going to pose some celebrities to you, and you have to determine and let me know if you think they are alive or dead. I don't know. Maybe we should call the segment Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
Does that have a better ring to it?
It does.
All right,
It does.
Dead or Alive. All right, well, listen, Mike, Dead or Alive brought to you by our sponsor, Lent Mail.
Wow.
Tired of handing out your personal email like free samples at the mall? Sick of waking up to 37 limited time offers from that one site you used once? Introducing Lent Mail, the free, easy, privacy-first way to create custom email addresses on the fly. Use a different one for every site. Track who sold your info and keep your real inbox real. Lent Mail. Get the emails you want. Ditch the ones you don't. Try it today for free with our promo code, Mike, PAAM.
Damn.
That's Pam. All right. Dead or Alive, Mike. I have 7 here for you. You ready?
Sure.
Okay. First one, Gregory Peck.
Oh, he's long gone.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Gregory Peck. I recently saw him in The Omen. He died 2003 age 87.
He, I think I talked about him in one of our previous episodes. It was the Earl Warren episode.
Ah,
And I referenced a documentary about Earl Warren that was narrated by Gregory Peck.
yeah. Well, he
It
was
very good.
he was a well-known actor back in the day, and he really did a good job in The Omen.
Yeah.
Okay, next one, Mike. Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte, he is alive.
He is alive. He's 84 years old.
Wow.
I loved him in that in the film with Eddie Murphy.
Okay. Wait. Help me. What is it?
I don't know.
It wasn't Beverly Hills Cop. It was
48 hours.
48 Hours. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Took me a second.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah. Okay, next one. Gerard Depardieu.
I think he has passed away.
Okay, you're wrong. He's alive.
Okay.
Age 76.
Yikes. Okay.
Yes, I snuck that one in for Frenchie. He's giving a thumbs up. He likes Gerard. Here we go. Number 4, Mike. James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones is alive.
Nope, he died. 2024, age 93.
Yikes.
Yes, the voice of Darth Vader.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Yes. Also, Field of Dreams. A lot of good stuff.
Oh yeah, lots of stuff. Okay, let's see. That's 4 down, and I think you're 2 for 2.
Okay.
Or 2 for 4. 2 and 2. All right, here we go. Number 5, Donald Sutherland.
He's dead.
He is. He died. He just died last year, 2024,
Yeah.
age 88.
Okay.
And here we go. Number 6, Sally Struthers.
She's alive.
She is alive from the TV show MASH and from those commercials where the kids are always hungry.
You know what, Doug? I was thinking Sally Field when you said Sally Struthers. That's interesting.
All right. So what do you think? Sally Struthers, alive or dead?
Now I know that she's alive.
Yeah, but what do you think, though?
I think I would have chosen alive, but now I know she's alive. So
Okay. Well, yes. And I think Sally Field is also alive.
yes, she is.
That's a bonus for you. All right. But Sally Struthers, age 77. Okay. And here we go. The last one. Jim Belushi, not John Belushi, but his
Okay.
brother, Jim Belushi.
Jim Belushi is alive and still doing Blues Brothers, on the 4th of July at the Capitol.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you're right. He's alive, age 71.
Yep.
All right. Now, so that does it. What's our total here? I think out of 7, maybe. I think you got 4 correct.
Good.
That's not bad. 4 out of 7. I mean, listen, it's not great, but it's not bad.
Those are tough, Doug. Come on, give me a break.
Pretty good.
All right. So now, as a special bonus, I have an additional 7 just based on the cast from Caddyshack.
Oh, all right.
So let's jump into those. By the way, we don't really know when people are listening to this podcast. So our dead or alive could be different depending on when in the future you listen to this.
Right. Like, for example, Hulk Hogan is very much alive right now.
Yes, but who knows? So yes, because we're in July 2025.
Yeah.
That is the moment of existence for this podcast. Okay, so Mike, these next 7, these are actors specifically from Caddyshack.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Dead or alive, Mike. Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase is alive.
You're right, he is. Age 81.
You and your wife are currently alive, I take it.
Okay.
All right, next one. Rodney Dangerfield.
He is not alive. He is dead.
Yes, he died 2004, age 82.
I tell you, I never saw dead people smoke before.
Okay.
All right, so far you're 2 for 2. Much better than the previous. All right, the next one, Ted Knight, who plays Judge Smales.
Well, we're waiting.
He is no longer with us, Doug.
Yeah, he died a while ago. He died in 1986,
Yeah.
and he was only 62.
Yeah. Yeah. He was young.
All right, here we go. Number 4, Michael O'Keefe, who plays Danny Noonan.
Yeah. He's alive.
Oh, okay. You sure?
Almost positive.
He is alive. Age
Yeah.
70. He's 70.
Yeah.
So far he's outlived Ted Knight.
What a nerve.
Yeah.
All right. The next one is Cindy Morgan, who plays Lacey Underall, Judge Smale's niece.
I enjoy skinny skiing, going to bullfights on acid.
I would say that she is still with us. She is alive.
Okay. Well, she died 2023.
You're kidding.
Well, she passed away age 69.
Cindy Morgan.
Yep. She played the sexy niece.
You want to tie me up with some of your ties? Ty?
Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry for your loss, Doug.
Thank you. All right. Here we go. Number 6, Thomas Carlin, who plays Sandy McFiddish, the Scottish greenskeeper.
I want you to kill every golfer on the course.
Check me if I'm wrong, Sandy, but if I kill all the golfers, they're going to lock me up and throw away the key.
Golfers! You Greek kid, not golfers! The little brown furry rodents!
I would say that he is no longer with us.
Well, you'd be correct.
Okay.
Probably from eating all that heavy Scottish food.
Haggis.
He died in 1991 at age 62, so he was pretty young. Same age as Ted Knight.
Yeah.
All right, and here's the last one, Mike. Brian Doyle Murray. He's the older brother of Bill Murray.
Yeah, and his character in the movie, he's in the
yes, he plays the Caddyshack, the head of the Caddyshack, the
Caddy master, I guess.
Caddyshack master, yeah.
All right, let's move on. We got golfers waiting. Let's go. You, Angie, pick up that blood.
All right, dead or alive?
He's alive.
You're right. He is alive, age 79.
Yep. He was a cast member of Saturday Night Live briefly, was he not?
Yeah. No, he's funny in his own right.
Yes.
Okay, well done, Mike. I think you were 6 for 7 there.
Wow.
Well, there we go. That was our new segment, Dead or Alive.
He says he's not dead.
Yes, he is.
I'm not. He isn't?
Well, he will be soon. He's very ill.
I'm getting better.
No, you're not. You'll be stone dead in a moment.
Do I have to do a list for you, or?
You could, and then in our next episode, you could give me a politicians.
Sure.
All right. Well, Mike, why don't we jump into today's political topic, the Department of Education.
Yeah, thanks, Doug. You know, the history of education in the United States is pretty diverse and evolving. I mean, we started in the 1600s. Public education began. You know, this is colonial times. We're talking Mayflower. We're talking Salem witches, Doug.
Okay.
And this is the 1600s. So public schools were established in New England in the 1600s. The Boston Latin School is a magnet Latin grammar state school in Boston that's still there and was started in 1635.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the oldest existing school in the United States, not public school. So,
and it's still there? It still exists?
It's still there.
I wonder if they have like the original desks that the students sat on. I wonder if like you look under one of those wood desks. It's like like one of those people in the 1600s like wrote, Frank was here.
Yeah, or more like Isaiah was here, or Samuel.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's the graduates of Boston Latin include John Adams. Speaking of Samuel, his cousin Samuel Adams.
John Adams? I know him.
John Hancock, who's got the biggest signature on the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, yes, the prettiest signature.
He was a student at Boston Latin. But more recently, Louis Farrakhan, John King of CNN. He's a graduate of Boston Latin.
Yeah.
So yeah, that school's been around since 1635.
Wow.
Later, a law was passed in Massachusetts called the Massachusetts Education Law of 1647. It required towns to establish schools to ensure that children could read and understand religious doctrine. Remember, Doug, that in the 1600s, people are like barefoot, they can't read, this is a long time ago.
So was that thing called, you said it was the Massachusetts Education Law? Did they refer to it as the MEL?
Mel, would you like to do something for me?
Yeah, what?
Kiss my grits!
It was called the Massachusetts Education Law of 1647, also known as I didn't even want to say this, the Old Deluder Satan Act. So I don't know what the heck that means. Maybe we should cut that. So
well, I think that's pretty funny.
well,
even Satanists need to read.
I guess I have a feeling that those words mean something different than we think. You
keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
The deluder Satan Act. What we want a deluded Satanist? Well, I'd say
we want to dilute Satan.
Satanists are kind of deluded. I don't know.
Diluted. Oh, I see. Yes.
I think it's just old English. It's old language. So
old with an E.
But it required towns to establish schools to ensure children could read and understand religious doctrine.
We've since added writing and arithmetic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the American education system, the 3 R's.
Doug, does the word arithmetic begin with an R?
In Merca, it does.
Yeah.
And isn't this an indictment of our educational institutions in general? I put it to you, Greg. Isn't this an indictment of our entire American society?
So jumping ahead to the 1800s, in 1862, the Morrill Act, Morrill, it must be someone's name, as opposed to, morality. Mm-hmm. The Morrill Act of 1862 was signed by Abraham Lincoln, and it granted federal land to states for the establishment of colleges.
Oh.
And at that time, they wanted these colleges to be focused on agriculture, engineering, and military training. This created many of the land-grant universities that we still know of today, like Penn State, the University of Texas A&M, which stands for Agriculture and Mechanical.
Oh.
Ohio State, where 2 of my kids went to school.
Oh.
Cal Berkeley, Illinois, Wisconsin-Madison, the University of Maine, where I got my undergraduate degree. It's a land-grant university. Michigan State, so you know all these large state universities, they were established initially in 1862 by granting of land. So federal land was given to the states to build these big, now they're all like, you think of these as all really big state universities, but they all started with a free land grant from the federal government.
All right. So it sounds like it was a good way for the federal government to spur education across the country.
Yes. And education, as you know, is more of a local responsibility. So I began this segment telling how Massachusetts required cities and towns to establish schools,
right?
And they were required. So there's required education in public schools, and they're paid for by the locality. You get taxed, by your city or your county, depending on how they do it where you live. But it's locally funded. Public education is locally funded.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the 1900s, education was expanded significantly, with most states enacting mandatory school attendance laws. The GI Bill in 1944, right in the middle of World War II, the GI Bill was passed, and it was funding to provide veterans to attend college, further increasing access to funding for higher education.
Right.
So, a lot of veterans didn't have college, but this gave them funding for college. This paid for their college.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Another big landmark that we talked about in a previous episode, the Earl Warren episode, was Brown versus Board of Education in 1954, where the Supreme Court decided and ruled that racial segregation in public schools is unconstitutional.
Right.
So this led to the desegregation of schools, meaning that you couldn't exclude people because of their race.
Right.
From a public school. Harry Truman, we talked about desegregating the military and civil service. This also provided, because those, the military and civil service help people with schools with the GI Bill. This also increased education.
She wanted me to have the finest education, so she took me to the Greenbow County Central School. I met the principal and all.
So these are all things that the government has done leading up to the Department of Education. In 1979, Jimmy Carter established the U.S. Department of Education. Or rather, he made what was already a department in another cabinet level agency called Health, Education, and Welfare. he elevated it to a cabinet level department.
Okay.
An earlier iteration was formed in 1867, but had quickly been demoted to an Office of Education. So there was an Office of Education in the federal level, but it was not a cabinet level. It was not a secretary. Somebody wasn't sitting at the president's cabinet table representing education. So Carter wanted it to be more high profile, and he started it. So what is the Department of Education? It's a federal agency that was created in 1980, signed into law in 79,
right,
across the country. It does not run schools. Some people might think, oh, education, they're in charge of my school.
Right.
Schools are run at the local level. Your public schools are funded and run, your local teachers, they're run by local school boards. The Department of Education is in charge of sort of a broader mission. It makes sure that education is available to people who might not be able to afford a private education, or it makes sure that, schools are integrated, like we talked about with the Brown versus the Board of Education. And it makes higher education available through things like Pell Grants, which again goes to are distributed, according to need.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the Department of Education, it does a lot for us, for economic growth and workforce development. It boosts productivity. A more educated workforce performs tasks more efficiently, and it drives innovation and output. It raises earnings. Individuals with higher education earn significantly more and have earned more, and contributing to consumer spending and tax revenue. It strengthens our labor market resilience. Education equips workers to adapt to changing industries and technologies. It reduces inequality. Public investment in education helps clear racial and income achievement gaps, which otherwise cost the U.S. economy hundreds of billions in lost GDP.
Okay, well.
Yeah. Also, when you talked about K-12 or pre-K, there's a program called Head Start, and that's about educating kids before they get to kindergarten or pre-K. So the Department of Education is in charge of that initiative as well, because other countries are certainly getting a jump start on those types of things and getting their kids educated at an early age.
All right. Well, thank you, Mike, for that very educating piece on the Department of Education.
Sure.
Why don't we roll into the movie topic this episode, Caddyshack.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Mike, made in 1980, Caddyshack is labeled a sports comedy film, and it's co-written and directed by Harold Ramis.
Yes.
And Caddyshack was the directorial debut of Harold Ramis as a director.
Wow.
Yeah. And Harold Ramis, as you may know, his film acting roles include Egon Spangler in Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Try to imagine all life as you know it stopping instantaneously and every molecule in your body exploding at the speed of light.
Right, that's bad.
Right, 1984. He was also in Stripes in 1981 with Bill Murray also.
I've always thought about joining the Army.
The Army? You're kidding.
He had a big role in Stripes.
Yeah. And he also co-wrote both those films.
Wow.
So he's really been a writer and actor. And then, in 1980, he did his first directing. He also co-wrote National Lampoon's Animal House in 1978.
Oh.
Hi, Eric Stratton, Rush Chairman. Damn glad to meet you.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. And as a director, after Caddyshack, he's also gone on to direct National Lampoon's Vacation. That was 1983. That was another Chevy Chase film. Groundhog Day, again, with Bill Murray, 1993.
Yes.
Oh, and here's a comedy film that I enjoy, Analyze This. With Robert De Niro and Billy Crystal, 1999.
Yeah. You got a gift, my friend. You got a gift.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I really don't.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, so he's done a lot of good stuff, Harold Ramis.
He's a comedy guy.
He is. And so now Caddyshack stars Chevy Chase.
Good evening. I'm Chevy Chase, and you're not.
Rodney Dangerfield.
I tell you, when I was a kid, I knew it was ugly. When I was born, the doctor, he smacked my mother.
Ted Knight. And this was his final film role.
Yeah.
Next time, be more careful.
which is interesting. And then, of course, Bill Murray.
I'm a god.
You're God.
I'm a god. I'm not the god. I don't think.
Yep.
Now, when the movie was promoted, Chevy Chase got the lead credit.
Right.
Even though he was just in a few films prior, but he was very well known from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
One of the films prior was a film called Foul Play with Goldie Hawn. It's one of my personal favorites.
The dead body, it's gone. It vanished.
Well, maybe he was embarrassed.
Yep.
But Caddyshack is just pure comedic Chevy Chase.
He's good.
He is good.
Oh, boy.
Bill Murray, it was classic as Carl the Greenskeeper.
And Bill Murray, he was but was he not like a last minute addition to Caddyshack? Like he wasn't even going to be in it?
He was only there for a few days or maybe a week of filming. And almost all of it was improv by him.
Yeah, wow.
And I love when he tells the Dalai Lama story. You know, that is funny. He's got a pitchfork in his hand and he's telling the story to like another caddy, and he's like poking him in the neck.
And I say, hey, Lama, hey, how about a little something, for the effort,
And apparently that actor, that kid, like it was a real pitchfork and he was really nervous, although he's laughing while he's getting poked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bill Murray, like he improvised almost all that stuff, including the Dalai Lama scene.
Right.
And he improvised the Cinderella story monologue where he's like pretending he's, in the US Open or whatever.
Yeah. And he's like hitting flowers with the golf club, isn't he? He's like,
that's right. Yeah.
Dad, he got all of that one. He's got to be pleased with that. The crowd is just on its feet here.
He's hitting flowers. And apparently he did a lot of those things in one take, his improv.
Yeah.
Which is good because he hit all those flowers and then they were gone. Yeah. And this is the only film in which Chevy Chase and Bill Murray have appeared together.
Oh.
They did a great scene together in Caddyshack where Bill Murray's character is hanging out in his own little shack and Chevy Chase knocks a golf ball in his window and comes in to get it. And they have a long set of dialogue where they chat.
Mind if I play through?
Sure, go right ahead.
And that whole thing's improv too. So it's very funny.
Oh, yeah.
Rodney Dangerfield. Now that guy is awesome. He was a generation prior to Bill Murray and Chevy Chase.
Yes.
So he was a comedian like in the 50s,
right?
Who was on Johnny Carson, and when you look at early clips, it's like in black and white,
right?
And he's a very self-deprecating comedian. His classic phrase, Mike,
like no respect.
I'm gonna tell you, when I was a kid, I got no respect at all. You kid, no respect from anybody. You kidding?
I get no respect. Yeah. And, he built a whole image around that one phrase. Yeah. And in the movie, he is a foil to Ted Knight's character.
Yeah.
Hey, Whitey, where's your hat? I bet you slice into the woods $100. Yeah. Okay, you can owe me. I owe you nothing.
So now, this film, like it was, it's based in a country club. Bushwood Country Club, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I love the opening sequence where they have like people on horseback going by. There's golfers, like it's a very fancy country club. And it was filmed at Rolling Hills Golf Club, now known as Grand Oaks Golf Club, and it's in Florida.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and a bunch of additional scenes were shot in locations around Florida, like Boca Raton, Fort Lauderdale.
I was a caddy, Doug.
Were you?
Yeah. Yep. I was a caddy. I never told you that.
Were you any good?
Well, I don't know if it's about being good. It's about carrying a big, heavy bag of clubs. The clubs were like Rodney Dangerfield's bag. The bags were big, heavy bags. And oh my God, it was like lugging a couch around a golf course,
Yeah, right. And I guess they sort of made fun of that in the movie too. They had a kid who's like, right. I want a caddy for this wealthy guy, and the wealthy guy's a huge bag.
Hey, this is ridiculous. Let me carry that one.
I can do it.
Yep. No, that's true. That happened.
All right, let's talk a little bit about Ted Knight, who plays Judge Smales.
Yep, great job.
Yeah, he does a great job. He's a great character in the film. When we first see him, he's rolling up in his Rolls Royce at the country club.
Yeah.
He's always picking on his nephew, Spalding. You know, you're gonna play golf and you're gonna like it, right?
Yeah.
Spalding, get dressed. You're playing golf today.
No, I'm not, Grandpa. I'm playing tennis.
You're playing golf and you're going to like it.
And as I noted, this was Ted Knight's final film. You know, he passed just 6 years after. He wasn't in a lot of films. I looked at his filmography. The one film I recognized was Psycho, right?
He's Hitchcock. Psycho?
The Hitchcock, but he's uncredited. And the character he played in Psycho was policeman in hallway opening door.
Well, I think of Ted Knight as Ted Baxter.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, Ted Baxter in the Mary Tyler Moore Show, right?
Yes.
Hey, isn't this great? You guys always win an argument, but not this time. This time I'm in the right. You're wrong, and I'm right. Oh, I tell you, this is a great country. You know what makes it great? Because you don't have to be witty or clever as long as you can hire someone who is.
He was way more well-known for his television credits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was also in a little bit in The Love Boat and Too Close for Comfort, if you remember that TV show.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was really, really well known in television.
Yep.
But he's great. Great Judge Smales. Smales, of course, is depicting sort of this, very snobby upper crust character. And he has to interact with Danny, Noonan, who's seeking a college scholarship. And what does he say to Noonan?
The world needs ditch diggers.
Yeah, that's right.
I plan to go to law school after I graduated, but looks like my folks won't have enough money to put me through college.
Well, the world needs ditch diggers, too.
What is it? And then the guy, he's trying to mess up Noonan. And, he's going, Noonan.
Yeah, and that's another quote that has gone down in history. Trying to mess someone up.
When people use it when you're putting, or they use it when you're shooting a foul shot. Like they want you to miss.
Yeah,
so,
Noonan is kind of almost along the historical classic lines of Homer Simpson's "Doe."
Yeah.
Do.
Yeah, I'll bet people say Noonan and don't even know that it comes from Caddyshack. They don't even know why people say Noonan when somebody's putting or shooting a foul shot or whatever,
Yeah, that's a good point. And the character who says Noonan is Tony D'Annunzio.
Right. I remember in my Caddyshack, where I was a caddy, there was a guy like him who was wearing like leather. Like we'd show up to be a caddy. You're supposed to wear like a polo shirt, like a golf shirt,
Yeah.
And this guy was wearing like a leather vest. I remember these two caddies getting in a fight, including a leather vest guy who did not look like he belonged at all,
Right.
And it was just crazy. And then we would all sit in this sort of fenced-in area. And the caddy master, the Brian Doyle Murray guy, would come over, and he didn't know he knew some people's names, but he usually just point to you and say, and he'd send you over and you'd go pick up somebody's bags. Usually you had to carry 2 bags.
Wow.
Which in those days, they all were huge Rodney Dangerfield bags.
Yeah.
So it was kind of, they were pulling you I was like that little kid,
Right, falling over.
Yeah,
pick up 2 bags and fall over flat on your back.
Right.
I got it.
And the woods were made of wood back then.
Oh yeah, the clubs, right?
Yeah, the wooden clubs were made of wood,
Yeah.
and they made this big slap sound when they hit the ball. I swear to God, it sounded like 2 pieces of wood slapping in like hand clap,
Oh damn!
So loud, yeah. And we had to go stand before they teed off 200 yards down the fairway to be able to spot their ball. Never wanted to lose a ball. If they ever lost a ball, it was the caddy's fault.
I see. So like what? You'd recommend a club and then you'd run 200 yards down and say, "Go."
Not really. We didn't really recommend clubs today. Like the guys who work with the pros, they're like paid a lot of money to be caddies, but the kids who are caddies, like the kids in the movie, and Danny Noonan. Danny Noonan gave a little bit of advice. One thing that we knew was how the course was laid out. So there are a lot of people that'd be like their first time playing on this course. And we'd be like, you want to hit it here because the dog legs to the left, or you want to hit it this way. Because you don't want to get stuck in those trees or whatever.
Right.
Next time, be more careful.
Yeah.
So that's the type of advice we had. We didn't tell them what club to use,
That makes sense.
We were just kids.
Yeah. In the country club, they're making a big thing over the fact that like a lot of the people in the country club are like lawyers, judges, doctors.
Doug, as a caddy, that's what it was. It was a lot of doctors. Every Wednesday, they took Wednesdays off. Or that's the day that the doctors were there at the country club.
Yeah, well, listen, I'll tell you a little story about, how doctors, Mike, they really get preferential treatment in society.
Mister, you call him Dr. Jones. Oh. Okay, Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones.
So I'll tell you my story. So my credit card has my first two initials and then my last name, right? So my first two initials are D and R.
Your first initial is D?
Yes. So that one's easily determined. Doug, and then my middle name begins with an R. You know what my middle name is, Mike? Rumpelstiltskin. My parents were comedians. No, I'm kidding. It's Ragnarok. No, I'm kidding as well. But my point is, it begins with an R. And so when I give my credit card, some people think the D and the R is doctor.
Oh.
And you won't believe how people change their attitude once they think that you're a doctor. So I was in this nice restaurant once years ago, and I had a waiter who was not really attentive and sort of just like disregarding my table. And then at the end of the meal, I give him my credit card to pay the bill, and he looks at it and his whole attitude changes. And he says to me, "Oh, doctor, did you enjoy your meal? Can I get anything else for you, doctor?" I mean, I guess restaurants know that sometimes they're going to need a doctor to step up in certain cases,
Yeah.
You never know when there's a restaurant that has an emergency and they're like, is anyone here a doctor?
Is there a doctor in the house? Is there a doctor in the house?
I'm a doctor.
What's up, Doc?
And then there's other scenes that just, they're memorable. I mean, the one in the swimming pool, it's like a caddy day, once a month or whatever. They let the caddies into the swimming pool and they're all jumping in with their sneakers on and they're causing a ruckus. And then somebody loses like a Baby Ruth candy bar into the pool, right? And someone sees it and thinks it's a dookie, Mike.
That's right.
And then so they sound the alarm and everyone runs away. And Bill Murray, he's like the greenskeeper / janitor. They send him down there with like a little hazmat suit on, and they drain the pool and he finds the candy bar.
Here it is.
And he picks it up and sniffs it and takes a bite.
Ah, it's no big deal.
Oh.
Now, Mike, that's product placement.
I love the synchronized swimming that the caddies do.
Oh yeah, that's a great moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get in there and they lift their feet up and like half of them have Converse sneakers on.
Right.
Again, good product placement.
Yeah.
One of the storylines that run through the whole film is Bill Murray's character chasing the gopher.
Yes.
Right. Like the whole film is like, oh, I'm going to get this gopher,
License to kill gophers by the government of the United Nations.
Yeah, everybody's always quoting Caddyshack. Cinderella story, that
Lots of quotes.
Yeah, great movie.
All right, Mike. Well, I think that's our final round on this topic.
Let's play another 9.
For all of us here at Politics in a Movie, thank you for listening. And you can check out our website at politicsindamovie.com. And please check us out on Blue Sky as Politics and a Movie.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Doug.
And thank you, Frenchie.
Thanks, Frenchie.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
It's a little hard. Here, cannonball it. And then one more of these right on top of it. Cannonball! Cannonball coming.
Let's pretend we're real human beings.
Freeze, gopher!